Okie.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
I wrote okie dokie to someone just moments ago and then thought, that's so folksy.
Okie dokie.
Okie dokie.
Weren't you trying to make the? Oh no, Tom was trying to do a Minnesota accent. He was doing something.
No,
similar.
I was trying. I wasn't. What I was doing was saying something the way Bob Mould would say it, except what I wasn't trying to do was any appreciable impression of Bob Mould.
Because I remarked, we were talking about Prince. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, now he's symbolic of the Minneapolis or Minnesota music scene.
Yeah.
With except maybe Bob Mould from like Husker.
And then I
Du.
said something as if, hi, I'm Bob Mould, except I said it in a funny voice, and then I immediately realized there's nothing. He doesn't sound anything like what I. Sorry, Bob Mould. If you see a little light, I know you will. Let's not make a big Husker Du about it.
Yeah. Well, remember, if I can't change your mind, then no one will. So many songs.
We lost Veronica. She's checking her email now.
No, I'm looking at Instagram.
Instagram.
I'm hurting things on Instagram.
Looking at things on Instagram.
Live stream of someone favoriting things on Instagram. Hot new hit on Twitch. All right. Well,
Cool.
as soon as you're done, let me know.
Oh, I'm done. I can be done whenever. Okay.
All right. Roger, you good?
I will need. Oh, that's right. Do I have control? I have control.
I gave you control. You should have it.
All right.
All right.
Oh wait, so no Molly at the top, just during the. Sorry. All right, I'm gonna disappear.
Here we go.
Quality content thrives through the support of those who benefit from its creation. If you gain value from the Daily Tech News Show, consider joining others like me who provide support. Learn how to help at dailytechnewsshow.com/support.
This is the Daily Tech News for Monday, January 9th, 2017. I'm Tom Merritt, joining me, Veronica Belmont, as it is a Monday. I've been to CES and back, Veronica.
I couldn't believe how fast you got back. I mean, we did Sword and Laser on, what was it, Tuesday night? And you were like, oh yeah, I'm back from CES.
Thursday. Yeah, it was Thursday night, right?
Oh, it was Thursday.
I went there on Tuesday.
That's
spent
why
all
it was
day Wednesday.
Thursday.
Yeah. Turns out when you book your own schedule, you only have to stay as long as you want to.
What, did you have a good time?
Yeah, actually I did. It was good to see folks. Saw a ton of people that hadn't seen in a while. Got to talk to some vendors and see products in action, but didn't walk so much that my feet hurt, which is a major accomplishment.
You didn't get the death flu this year.
So far, knock on,
knock on wood.
This desk, whatever it's made out of, I have not received the con cred. So fingers crossed. We're going to talk about how today is the 10-year anniversary of Steve Jobs announcing the iPhone at Macworld during CES.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah.
Memories.
We were there. And when I say there, I mean at CES.
Yeah.
Not at Macworld.
No, that was back in the good old days where they would have Macworlds at the same time as CES. And Apple continued that tradition for a long time. It was very annoying.
Yeah. But not anymore. In fact, some people are even writing columns about how Apple usually has more of a presence at CES through its accessories and people talking about it than it did this year. So there's a lot of 10-year anniversary summing up. We're just going to look back, and I've got some clips from us talking about it 10 years ago on Buzz Out Loud at CNET. And we're going to look at it from the perspective of, what has changed and what hasn't in the way we think about the iPhone. But first, we got some top stories. Software company Atlassian announced Monday it is acquiring task management app maker Trello for $425 million. Yeah, if you use either one of those, that's a little bit of consolidation. Some people are like, I like both those companies. Other people saying, I don't want fewer competitors. But Trello is going to continue to be made and operated and all that. Razer's CEO Min Lang Tan wrote on Facebook that 2 prototypes were stolen from the company's CES booth.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah. So that's not. They had some laptops stolen, not from CES, but from an office one time. People are always trying to see what's going on, and and trying to get in there and find out trade secrets from Razer. So let's move on to the top stories. Alphabet's Waymo announced its autonomous Chrysler Pacifica minivans will hit the road in Mountain View, California and Phoenix, Arizona by the end of the month. Waymo showed the cars at the North American International Auto Show in Detroit. Waymo announced it is building all the technology in-house, meaning they made a big deal about how sensors cost a lot in 2009 and now they don't cost as much. But essentially, a sensor they say costs them $7,500 to make now would cost them $8,000 off the shelf. So they're saving some money. Waymo insists it does not want to become a parts manufacturer, but it wants to strike partnerships with automakers. Waymo CEO John Krafcik said the company is looking into ride-hailing, logistics, personal transportation, last-mile solutions, etc.
That is certainly a minivan.
You're not excited about the Waymos hitting the ground?
No, I am excited about that. I think any movement towards that future world where people aren't driving cars anymore is A-okay in my book.
Yeah, it's and we just had a week full of autonomous car news because everybody was at CES announcing autonomous cars, and of course the Detroit Auto Show happening means we're going to continue to get these sorts of things. I don't know that there's much of significance here, except for the fact that Waymo is saying, hey, we can build this thing in-house and save some money.
Uber, speaking of which, has launched a website at movement.uber.com with data about traffic flow meant for use by urban planners. Anonymized data will be shared with organizations who apply and eventually available publicly. Data is organized around traffic analysis zones within cities, which are agreed upon geographic demarcations that help with existing urban planning and traffic management. Uber is considering creating an API and promises not to release data when the number of riders is too low to protect anonymity.
So yeah, this is really interesting on a lot of levels. It's Uber sharing data, kind of against
Unusual.
its interests, right?
Yes.
Like somebody could use this to possibly, research their own ride-sharing service.
That's true, but I think it feels like an interesting move for Uber in particular. Like, sharing data does not seem to be something that Uber has done a lot of very, very freely or frequently. But I'm kind of excited by this because I think, especially for self-driving cars, like, that data needs to be accessible. And I think it's in everyone's best interest for these future technologies to have access to this information.
Yeah, it's an altruistic thing, especially as they're targeting it towards urban planners and things like that. I see that Molly Wood from Marketplace has showed up. I'm curious if you've been looking at this move by Uber.
You're like, I see Molly Wood making faces all of a sudden on her Hangout now that she has bothered to show up super late. I don't think it's altruistic at all. I think this is Uber trying to make friends with cities that don't want them there, and data is like the most valuable thing they have to offer. And they're saying, well, how about if we'll give you some of this data and then we can be friends and then you'll totally want us there because it's so useful. I'm not saying it's not useful. I'm just saying I think their motives are a little more transparent.
It's interesting. You're absolutely right. It certainly is going to get them that benefit. And yet that's not usually Uber's mode of operations. They usually just kind of fly the face of a city and metaphorically hold up both middle fingers at them. So this is a much more soft power approach, if you look at it that way.
Maybe they've gone as far as they can with the club.
Yeah.
Well, think about it this way. If they can get cities to actually plan around traffic plans, build around this traffic data, then at the end of the line, that's going to affect their bottom line because they're going to be more efficient and be able to do their jobs better as well.
Oh, absolutely. Especially if they can use it down the road to say, hey, it turns out that if you have more Ubers on the road, you have less traffic. Don't you want that? I mean, it could work, ideally it will work to everyone's benefit.
Yeah, it could be a win for everybody. Jack Ma of Alibaba announced he had met with President-elect Trump to discuss a plan to create 1 million U.S. jobs by allowing small and medium-sized businesses to sell things like garments, wine, and fruit. Those were the examples given to China through Alibaba's platforms. Alibaba has expanded its New York City headquarters. It's trying to get more international participation in the Singles Day sale, which is the biggest shopping day in the world, but it really just happens inside China on November 11th. It's an interesting move to see Alibaba really making an aggressive effort to internationalize its e-commerce.
Yeah, it's smart. A million jobs is a major promise, though.
Yeah, I don't know that that number seems more like a headline grabber. I think the significance here is in Alibaba saying we really want to enable businesses to sell into China. We want to make that easier because everyone perceives Alibaba as a place where you can get Chinese manufacturers to make things cheap for you.
Gotta sell that fruit. It's gotta go
Sell
somewhere.
those garments and fruit and wine made of fruit.
How could I like sell wine to China, but I can't get wine delivered from Canada? Anyway.
Yeah, right?
This is like I'm just saying.
Seriously.
China actually has a very growing wine manufacturing system in place. Like they're really into wine. They're importing all sorts of wine from all over the world. They're obsessed with wine right now.
Yeah.
It's a big deal. Very cool. San Diego TV news anchor Jim Patton accidentally activated viewers' Amazon Echoes during a broadcast, causing many of them to order dollhouses. Reacting to a segment, Patton said, "I love the little girl saying X ordered me a dollhouse," where X was the name of the Amazon Voice Services assistant. Amazon Echo users can change the setting to prevent automatic ordering and can cancel accidental orders at no charge. Amazing.
But still, good save with the X. Good save.
Yes, thank you.
I have been accused of many times of activating the Amazon Voice Services assistant. It's a little more of a mouthful than actually saying her name or their name. But so I understand. I understand his feelings probably.
I've done it. I thought that you couldn't do automatic ordering by default. I thought there was always a confirmation, but there have been a couple stories like this, like somebody ordered a car. Like, oh, do you have the McLaren doodly blob in yellow? And Amazon, she was like, yeah. He goes, order it. Drunk, I don't know. I'm skeptical. I think I need to do more testing, but
I've certainly accidentally put things in my cart before. But yeah, my Amazon Echo does not order things automatically for me. You can set it up to do that though.
Can you say put it in my cart?
Yeah.
Like, is there a difference between? I've never tried actually ordering using the Echo.
So I never use it for anything real, but Eli and I just put funny things in the cart all the time. So like if I were to ask her what's in the shopping cart right now, we could do a fun demo and she would say like rubies, $1 billion, beer. Like we just think it's hilarious to put weird stuff in the shopping cart.
Every time I go to
order a ruby though, and it's going to be bad news.
Every time I go to the grocery store, we're using Google Home actually for shopping right now. And there's always your mom is on my shopping. So nice. That's been a trend.
Do they ever have it?
They never do. They never do. No, my mom's in Connecticut. I have to order that long distance.
Oh, that would be super sweet though if you did. Like it could be a whole present to be like, order your mom, and then he bought a ticket. Ryan, get on that.
She flew out.
It'd be so cute.
That would be pretty cute.
China's top messaging app WeChat has rolled out something they call mini programs Monday. The apps are embedded in WeChat and require no separate download or install to use. There is no store for them. You discover them either by having friends send you a link or scanning QR codes in real life. In Android, WeChat mini programs can be pinned to the home screen. They center around tasks. For example, if you're a food delivery startup, you might have one mini program for ordering lunch, another one for coffee, another one for pizza. WeChat claims around half of its users spend 90 minutes a day within the app. So lots of interesting things going on here where WeChat wants to keep people in the app, but doesn't want to really create a whole separate app store. I feel like this either is just going to fall flat or it could become an entirely new milieu for us to be able to and basically whenever WeChat does something and it works, every other messaging app imitates it.
Well, are these just bots? Like what is the difference
They're embedded apps, so you have to give them to WeChat, and then WeChat, I assume, just makes them part of the WeChat app update so that when you discover them as a user, they're just already there. You don't have to spend any time downloading.
You know what it sounds an awful lot like to me? An operating system.
It is kind of a mini operating system.
It's like a mini OS. Like you would just live in WeChat. I mean, that's really the goal, I think, of certainly the China-based and Asia-based messaging systems are do it all. And they've got this idea that you'll be able to order a car and get your pizza and do your payments and everything within them. But if it works this way and all these programs are essentially, built in, it's like, I don't know, it's like Windows.
I'm super curious about how this is actually working though, because if it was like an operating system, they'd be kind of like the pre-installed apps, like the apps that kind of roll out when you install Windows for the first time. But these seem to be like kind of rolling out over time. But once it's installed, it's available for everyone.
Yeah.
It's very different.
The rollout part is weird.
I'm very curious on the back end how this works, because having every company that wants to have a mini program have its code in every version of WeChat.
That seems crazy.
Seems bulky. But if you're doing a lot of cloud services, like there's the Android Now apps where you don't have to download or install the app, you just run it in the cloud. It could be running
like
that
apps. way. Yeah, like essentially web apps, but using WeChat as the cloud platform.
Yeah.
And then I think the goal is, I mean, the operating system to me sounds like the mechanics are obviously going to be different in mobile and cloud-based apps, but the ultimate goal seems to be never leave WeChat. Here's a bunch of pre-installed or installable stuff that will make it more useful.
The next attempt to do that. And
it's like every transaction that you make is via WeChat.
Generally, when folks have tried to take over an operating system that way, it hasn't worked. We'll see.
We'll see. Sources tell Recode that Facebook will start testing mid-roll ads that would let publishers insert ads after people have watched for at least 20 seconds in videos longer than 90 seconds. Facebook would sell the ads and give 55% of sales to publishers, the same rev share that YouTube offers. Facebook forbids pre-roll ads.
I'm torn on that one. I like forbidding, because the mid-roll ads in YouTube videos are they're so clunky. I don't know. I only ever see them when Eli's watching like some 25-minute Vine compilation or whatever, but it's disruptive. Mainly because there's no commercial break in your video.
Does it just stop? I never watch YouTube videos unless they're like music videos.
And it's really awkward. Like it just stops. Yeah, my son only consumes media on YouTube now, which is not always appropriate. I'm just owning that as a parent right now. But it will just sort of like Wednesdays with Liza. It'll be like blah, 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 and she almost finishes a word, and then an ad starts, a mid-roll ad, and then it comes back. But it's really clunky, really clunky.
Yeah. And I think it's interesting that, I don't think a lot of people realize that Facebook is giving the same rev share that YouTube does, because there's all of this complaining about YouTube not sharing enough revenue. But if Facebook gets to scale the way they want to, they're going to have the same complaints as well, because when you're on someone else's platform, turns out they make a lot of money off of you.
They make all the rules.
Yeah. If you want to get all the tech headlines each day in less than 10 minutes, subscribe to dailytechheadlines.com. Now, the big reason we asked Molly Wood to join us today is because 10 years ago today, Steve Jobs announced an iPod, an internet device, and a phone. And it was
hey, Tom?
Can I do something? Device, Veronica.
Tom, can I do something real fast?
Yeah, sure.
All right, ready? It's Monday, January 9th, 2017. I'm Veronica Belmont.
I'm Tom Barrett.
And I'm Molly Wood. Welcome to Buzz Out Loud, CNET's podcast of indeterminate length.
Got the date right and everything.
Yes.
Crushed it.
In fact, 10 years ago
dog
today.
is freaking out for those of us watching the video. The dog's like, what did you do? Why are you so excited?
I wasn't alive then. 10 years ago today, we were doing that show, Buzz Out Loud, on the CES stage in Las Vegas after having kept tabs on the Macworld announcement where Steve Jobs introduced the iPhone. And I've got some clips. Let's play the first clip of us announcing that the iPhone has been announced.
We were not disappointed. Man, there was a lot of stuff out today.
And what we expected, right? Except for the name of the Apple phone. We knew it was going to be a phone, but they called it the iPhone anyway.
That was probably one of the more shocking things. When I saw that it was actually the Apple iPhone, I said, wow, they're going to have some chats with Cisco about that one.
Yeah, and they did.
And they did. Or did not, or like that just like went nowhere. It just fizzled.
No, Cisco did have the name iPhone, and a while later, it turned out that they had settled. But Cisco wasn't giving up on it. They needed a little bit of money out of Apple for it, I guess.
They sued them almost immediately, like the same month, for trademark infringement.
Yeah,
No
and then of course we got the actual. We got into
there's more. Okay.
Yeah, there's lots more. We got into the actual specs.
It was the widescreen iPod.
Right.
It was the Apple iPhone, and it was an internet-connected tablet device. It just all happened to be the same gadget.
Yep. Everybody was right.
3-in-1 device.
3-in-1 device. That was the big deal.
3-in-1 device. Also, I love that even back then, the keynote started with pretty much what we expected, or our coverage stream, pretty much what we expected.
No, we saw this
except
coming.
except for the phone.
all the rumors, all the leaks were right.
All the rumors were right.
At one point, and I don't have a clip of this, we start talking about all those problems with the MacBooks that everyone had been talking about. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff in here that's still very true to life.
Oh my God,
But,
keep it going.
Yeah, a lot of people don't remember that the iPhone was not the only announcement there.
We knew they were going to talk about the iTV, so it's now called the Apple TV.
You bought one already?
Yeah.
We bought one already.
Wow.
They don't ship until
getting it
February. Yeah,
right.
they don't ship until February.
Oh.
And the phone is worse. The phone doesn't even come out until June.
So
is that
phone
the
worse.
original? The phone.
I have still in my possession that Apple TV that I ordered from the CES stage.
Oh my God,
in
it's the size of a
2007.
Mac Mini or
That's
bigger.
incredible.
It is. It's bigger than a Mac Mini, actually.
Gigante. Wow.
Yeah, lots of ports too.
Oh my God.
It can do anything except
I was
HDMI.
very excited about that.
Yeah.
And,
Tom was
and
like,
to
I
be
ordered
honest, certainly the iPhone was the bigger deal, but I think people forget that Apple was that early to this set-top box thing that's now all Android TVs and Rokus and Apple TVs.
Yeah.
It's been around just as long as the iPhone.
And they still haven't made a deal with broadcasters.
Nope.
I mean, it shows you, right, how tough that nut is to crack. Still no OTT service.
There were some other things we were discussing in our coverage of that, including this.
I'm really excited that you can run widgets on it.
Yeah.
That's really neat
On the
aspect.
phone,
So you can
yeah.
have like Google Maps and all different kinds of stuff right on the phone there.
I'm really excited that it has Bluetooth. Bluetooth and Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi that automatically connects when it gets to a hotspot.
Whoa!
Microsoft's entertainment devices.
Okay, A, little did we know what a security nightmare that would turn out to be. And then B, like, really? I was really excited that it had Bluetooth. I'm so embarrassed right now.
What's a widget?
It's like the WeChat thing.
Widgets were their way of covering up that they had decided not to have an app store.
I
So
know,
they're like,
exactly.
oh, well, you could
my
just
God.
take these web apps and
That's right,
stick them to
widgets.
the home screen. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
This is how WeChat is gonna now. The iPhone is our guide.
That's what I'm saying. It's full circle. We've come full
Totally.
circle.
Yep. Amazing.
WeChat actually congratulated Apple on its 10 years as it announced their what do they call them again? They don't call them apps. Mini programs.
Mini programs.
That's a great name. Great
Mini
name.
program.
Just
Yeah.
Adorable.
Just as good
nailed
as widgets.
the marketing.
Phil Schiller actually talking to Stephen Levy in an interview about the 10-year anniversary said that one of the things they were debating was whether to have an app store, whether to have it open, whether to have it closed. And then Steve Jobs said, look, we can't do an app store in time for launch. So just put off the decision. We're not going to launch with an app store. And then after the phone launched and people were so excited about the apps that were on there, it became obvious. They're like, well, we're definitely doing an app store.
Yeah.
Which is funny because at the time, what he told journalists was we didn't do an app store because we wanted to protect the experience. We wanted to make sure that the app you launched didn't crash your phone. Like it's always, I mean, it's so Apple-y of them to put it that way. As always, it's to protect you.
You don't want to bring down the West Coast phone network with a bad app.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Heaven forfend.
Not done with the clips yet. We got a little bit of side news related to Microsoft in here as well.
Vision said Monday, it too is considering a mobile phone
we're
integrated
gonna
with a
do it
Zoom digital
too.
player. But launching such a device is not at the top of their priority list because they
okay.
think it's just really hard.
Was
It was really hard
it
for
turned out
another
to be
10 years.
Turned out to be really hard for them.
Turned out they were right.
wrong.
The Zoom
It
phone.
was really hard.
Yeah, it was
my God.
that was weird to me that we were talking about Microsoft. Microsoft sort of seen as like, well, they should be doing this, and all the history that goes into their efforts. I don't think they've given up yet either. I think we're going to see a Surface phone.
I hope so because they're firing on all cylinders right now.
Yeah.
Like the machine I want right now is the Surface.
I actually
And I'm
considered
like, man,
not
they should really have a phone to
buying
go with that.
not buying a new MacBook and getting a Windows machine. If I didn't have so much software that is dependent, like that would be the hardest part is switching over all the stuff that I use every day.
Yeah, and I don't. I'm pretty close. I am at the end of my MacBook Air's life, and I don't think I want a new MacBook. Anyway, off topic.
That Surface Book is very nice. We have one last clip to round out the excerpts from Buzz Out Loud, which was of course a CNET property. Thanks to CNET. Here it is.
Oh, the one thing we forgot to mention, the iPhone will only be singular,
Right.
which is a tiny bummer.
The carrier
but
is singular.
What are you gonna do?
I'm on board.
I'm not.
You will be.
I know, right?
Which is the tiny bummer. Like how many people even had Singular? Was that like that 85 people? Like Singular? That blew my mind.
Well, don't forget, Singular was about to change the name to AT&T. And I'm not going to pretend to remember all of the permutations of SBC, Bell South, AT&T Wireless, and Pac Bell that went into this.
I'm going to look it up.
But it was the last move after what was AT&T and had been SBC had just bought Bell South, and Bell South and SBC had partnered on Singular. They were going to change Singular to be AT&T. Like I think they announced it January 12th, so 3 days later, by the summer. And so by the time the iPhone actually launched, Singular had changed its branding to AT&T.
And I did switch over. I was on T-Mobile, and I called T-Mobile and said I needed to switch to Singular or AT&T or whatever it was by the time June rolled around. And they said, "Oh, why are you leaving us?" And I said, "iPhone." And they were like, "I figured."
Yeah, totally. Everyone
in the saddest phone call I ever had to make.
January 15th. Sorry. January 15th is when Singular became AT&T.
Wow.
Yeah. So I had not remembered that hadn't happened yet either. Are you still on AT&T, Veronica?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Never switched. Yep.
I think I went on. I did AT&T. I did finally break down because of iPhone later. I think it was 3G by the time I finally switched over to AT&T, and then that only lasted like a year and a half.
I had T-Mobile because I don't remember if you guys. I had the Sidekick.
I do remember that. And it was awesome.
It was awesome.
It was.
At the time, it really was.
I miss the Sidekick, seriously. Like, I would go back to that if they put out a new one.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Totally.
Well, I had signed up for
Mobile and Verizon and back again and back again.
I had signed up for AT&T Wireless, which then changed its name to Singular. And then I was on Singular until it became AT&T. And I was on AT&T, I don't know, till like 2011, 2012, I think, when I switched to Verizon.
I feel like the iPhone, it's so interesting because like I have a super obviously mobile first child, and he was born just 2 months after that. Like I was that was my pregnancy ES where I was just like, I'm going to die, and it was horrible. But he has basically like his whole life has been wrapped up in iPhone development, and like now I just see him be, you know, all touchscreen, all mobile all the time, and I'm like, you don't even understand. Like you and this were born at the same time.
Wow.
Like at the same time. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
It overinflates the iPhone's importance in my life, obviously, but you know, not his.
And granted, Android has the dominant market share, and you know, feature-wise, Apple is under a lot of criticism whether it's really innovating in the phone space. But at this time, 10 years ago, that phone was something that we hadn't seen, and you could tell like there's a lot of doubts. I didn't have a clip of it, but we were talking about, are they going to be able to make all this stuff work, an accelerometer and all that? Molly, you were pointing out like they're trying to do a lot in this phone.
Wait, I was skeptical? No.
I know, right? Shocker. But yeah, it was a lot that nobody had ever tried before.
It was a lot. And then we still found a way to be like, but there's no camera. You know, I mean, it's like here was this like bananas attempt at technology. Touchscreen alone.
Basically a miracle device.
Basically a miracle device. Like touchscreen alone was hard to pull off for people, you know? And we're like, there's no cut and paste.
We anticipated this though.
Pretty, like bananas omission. Was there like no text, there was no MMS until like, remember
there was no MMS.
You couldn't text someone a photo until like 2004.
Yeah. You had to email.
Wait, I'm sorry, 2010.
There were no apps.
That was 2007.
It was Edge. There were no 3G.
Right. There was no 3G for ages.
It was a non-standard phone jack, so we've come full circle on that.
I'm not even gonna lie. I had a total temper tantrum about the complete dissolution of my iPhone 6, and was in Montana at the Verizon store with my dad and was like, do you have an iPhone 7 Plus in stock? Because I'm like, okay, nobody's going to. It's going to be fine. He's like, yeah, we have the jet black, 128 gig. I'm like, oh, okay, I'll take it. And then flew home trying to like listen to music and charge the phone at the same time. And I was like, what is wrong with me? So I ordered a Pixel.
Yeah. No, what you're supposed to do is order AirPods, and then you can listen to the phone and charge it at the same time while using the phone.
Still so bad.
It's not happening. Never happening. I just, I feel like I felt like the only reason I bought it was Stockholm Syndrome.
I kind of hate, no, I don't kind of. I really hate that there's no headphone jack for multiple reasons, mostly having to do with charging and listening at the same time situations, which do come up. I will say the AirPods
what I'm doing right now,
No,
with
they
my
don't work
headphones
really well.
plugged into my phone. Oh, do they not work really well? No, Bluetooth.
Oh, mine
doesn't
work great. Why do you say that, Veronica? I'm
Well,
curious.
I won't use them because I said, 6 months ago that if anyone ever sees me with them in my ears, they're allowed to punch me in the face immediately. So you won't see me
Okay,
out in
there is
public with
that.
them. But Ryan's been testing
So
them
that's
out
the
mostly.
problem.
Yeah, there's that problem. But mostly Ryan's been testing them out for some of the voice stuff, and they're uncomfortable. They keep losing their connection. They fall out. Like it's like the voice commands aren't working as well as he would like. I mean, this is out in the world too. He's not just using it in a quiet office or studio.
I love the pairing, the way that, and they don't fall out of my ears, so I haven't had that same experience. But that's interesting to note.
Yeah, so it's not been perfect for everyone.
I just cannot
And the
imagine
fitting
a
thing.
world in which Bluetooth is ready for that. I really can't. Like, just watching the way that Bluetooth interacts with various devices and the car
Yeah.
and all of those different things. Like, I can't imagine that being a smooth experience yet. It's
I
just
mean,
not
10
good.
He
years
did
ago,
say
we
the
were
one-
excited to see Bluetooth in products.
The one nice thing
Why
he
was I
did
so
say
excited about Bluetooth?
is that the handoff between devices works really nicely.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
what I
that's
like about
because
it.
that is clutch. That's like one of the things
Yeah.
that Bluetooth has had the hardest problem with. Yeah, no, I don't. I
Yeah.
felt like an idiot for buying the phone, although the camera's amazing.
Do you like your Pixel?
Oh my god, I love the Pixel. Well, so it hasn't come yet. I just ordered one. I've been using the review unit, the Google review unit, which is long overdue to send back because of the love. I have to I'm literally like, I have to send this thing back, but I like it so much. So I finally was like, all right, I'm going to go back to 2 phones and I will use the Pixel as the primary with the headphone jack. This is my new plan. And then since it doesn't matter as much, I was able to get myself the blue one, even though it's only 32 gigs, because I was like, well, I'm going to have 2 phones and it's going to be fine. But the Pixel is amazing. Like, I have not loved a phone like that in a really long time, where I was just like, oh, this thing is great.
Yeah, solid phone. And the camera's good on that too, right?
Yeah, it's really good. It's
Yeah.
warmer. It's like Nikon versus Canon. Like the Pixel warms everything up, kind of like the Canons do. So you're just like, oh, everybody looks so great.
Well, there we go.
And here we still are talking
10
about
years
phones.
later.
So little has changed.
So much has changed and yet so little.
talking
Thanks
about
to everyone who
Bluetooth.
participates in our subreddit. You can submit stories and vote on them at dailytechnewsshow.reddit.com. Also, a little blast from the past for us. We're going to check in with Nate Langson here to see what's happening with tech in the UK.
Hey, thanks, Tom. And hey, Happy New Year to everyone listening. Over on Text Message this week, we pick a couple of what we think were underrated gadgets at CES, including Griffin's smart toaster. Maybe that's just a British thing. And we discuss the UK's National Health Service, the NHS, trialling the use of an AI-powered app to diagnose the public instead of our more common method of dialing a toll-free number and speaking to a nurse. It's being seen as pretty significant here. That's out now at techpodcast.uk.
Thank you, Nate. You can get that every Sunday. Him and Ian Morris put a little UK perspective on the tech news. Before we get out of here, we got a pick of the day from Ben in Lubbock, Texas, who wanted to pass along cooksmarts.com. It's a meal service that doesn't send you a box of food and charge you a ton to do so, he says. Cooksmarts sends you an email each week with recipes for that week. You can adjust the recipes to accommodate gluten-free, paleo, vegetarian, as well as serving counts to fit a family of any size. If you aren't interested in making a meal they suggest, you can add meals from archived plans, including meals you may have favorited in the past, and the site puts together a grocery list for all of the recipes and even lists out things you can do to prep your meals beforehand. The service costs $6 to $8 per month, depending on how long of a subscription you purchase. But if this saves you from eating out a couple of times each month, it will more than likely pay for itself. My wife and I took a New Year's Eve trip to Albuquerque, and it was incredibly nice to come home, load up our meals, and be off to the grocery store without stress of figuring out what we should cook for the week.
Wow.
Nice.
At first, I have to say, I was like, I'm not going to pay for it. Yes, I might, though, because I have had to cancel all of the delivery services because the packaging and the food waste and all of
Yeah.
it is totally overwhelming. But
Yeah.
I want the variety in my life. I'm kind of digging this.
If
That's
it would-
interesting. I also canceled all the things because of the packaging. It was too much.
Packaging. It's like a nightmare.
And not
and
being
it just
local.
keeps coming.
Well, and you have to make it, right? It's once you
And
get
you have
it,
to
you have to
make it.
make it within a certain
And if
amount
you
of time.
forget to adjust the what's going to come, then you end up wasting something or getting something that you don't want or being out of town. Like I wasted a lot more food when I was using that than
The magic with this one that Ben's talking about, and granted, none of us have tried it, is that it makes the shopping list for you. Like if that integrates with your Google Home shopping list, or if
Yeah.
it integrated with my Echo shopping list, that would be perfect.
can
that.
rubies, onions,
Your mom.
your
Yeah.
mom.
It
Alexa,
all
add your
should.
mom to my shopping list.
You just did it. You just did it. You just did it.
Did you hear?
Oh, but you did it for everybody. They're going to kill you now.
Right. Tom, take that out of the thing.
It's
I
you, not me.
Quite hear it, so I'm not sure it worked. But
She added it. It worked over here.
Yeah, good. Thanks to Ben from Lubbock, Texas. And again, that's cooksparts.com. You can send your picks to us, feedback at dailytechnewsshow.com. And you can find our picks all together on the web at dailytechnewsshow.com/picks. Well, thank you, Molly Wood, for joining us. I'm sorry you're feeling a little under the weather, but you couldn't tell
I
it
know,
all.
I'm
It was
sorry.
great having you.
I'm sorry, video stream, that I've been blowing my nose this whole time because you know why? CES.
Yeah,
but
I mean,
it was
honestly, what are you gonna do?
absolutely delightful to be here.
Yay.
And although it may pale in comparison, I hope you guys will all listen to my new podcast that's launching in 2 weeks, called Make Me Smart with Kai and Molly. It's me and Kai Risdahl getting smart about stuff, and it launches January 24th. You can subscribe now, and there are mini episodes available.
Go check it out.
Right now, I know that the Buzz Out Loud audience is like, hell no.
No, they absolutely
They're like,
should.
Do a podcast with Tom. We'll
Because
talk.
the other thing that happened,
Which is fair.
is that you got some production help that'll be familiar to Daily Tech News Show people as well.
I did. This show is lovingly and pretty much lovingly produced by Jenny Josephson. Oh, now you guys really hate me. She's the best, though.
Yes, she's great.
Yes.
Go check it out, marketplace.org/make-me-smart. Veronica Belmont, thank you for joining us. As always, what do you got to tell folks about before we're out of here?
Oh, I don't know. I always try to think of something to tell people about, but you can check out swordandlaser.com and growbot.io for my other projects that I'm working on. We'll have a new episode of Sword and Laser next week. Nothing this week, but next week. And we have an interview with author Mike Cole.
Awesome. So check that out, swordandlaser.com. This show is powered entirely by you, the listeners. There's all kinds of ways to support the show. Go to dailytechnewsshow.com/support. Thanks to all our supporters, including David Love, Barry Chandler, Michael Lowry. Big thanks to Jason Higbee and Michael Sherry, who just raised their pledges at patreon.com/DTNS. Our email address is feedback@dailytechnewsshow.com. We're live Monday through Friday, 4:30 p.m. Eastern at alphageekradio.com and diamondclub.tv. And our website is dailytechnewsshow.com. Back tomorrow with Patrick Beja. Talk to you then.
This show is part of the Frog Pants Network. Get more at frogpants.com.
Diamond Club hopes you have enjoyed this program.
Boom.
Nice.
Wow, I can't believe you finished on time. I was going to go all day. Creatively is the word. I was like lovingly and creatively produced by Jenny Joseph.
Creatively.
I was like, my CES brain can't make the word go.
No word in brain.
Whatever. She knows what I meant. I texted her. I was like, creatively.
Creatively. Yeah, she's in the chat room too. So everyone's saying great Buzz Out Loud episode.
I know. Totally. That was so fun. You guys, seeing Tom at CES this year was just like mind blowing. Like crazy.
It was weird. It was that first day that I was there, it was like such a throwback because we ran into Brian Tong and Lin Fu was texting us.
It was bananas. I had coffee with Lin Fu. Like the whole thing made me think, I kept saying this, that it was such a reunion tour. Like it was so nostalgic and I ran into so many people that I was like, it feels like a retirement tour. Like, am I ever coming back here? Or is anybody
like
ever coming back
on
here?
stage? Yeah.
Yeah, it was weird. Maybe it was wishful thinking.
Yeah, probably.
No, it was
What about some wishful titles?
Oh yeah, what should we call this?
Yeah.
There's Daily Tech Buzz Out Loud.
Nice.
That's cute.
WeChat gets Wii programs. Pretty funny. All the buzz.
Oh, I get it.
The Amazon Voice Services assistant, which cannot be named.
It's very long, but cute.
It's long, but really cute.
A DTNS of indeterminate length. Going its own Waymo. Although I think we've done something similar to that before. Bollywood DTNS. Oh, I get it. Bollywood DTNS. Waymo cars. TV. And then, is this real life or is this WeChat? iPhone out loud. The iGeneration. Talking about iGeneration.
Oh, the iGeneration. Go with you talking about your
I
son.
should
Yeah.
have actually made that connection. That's very clever, chat room.
Yeah, well done.
Very clever.
I like how Buzz Out Loud is just going up the chart. Just Buzz Out Loud.
Just Buzz Out Loud.
Just Buzz Out Loud.
That would actually be pretty funny just to call this episode Buzz Out Loud.
Yeah.
That's what it is. That's what I'm saying. It's not just
yeah.
Buzz
It's not just Buzz Out Loud, right?
Buzz Out Loud. Yeah.
Yes. I kind of like that.
We can do that.
My vote. It's just, it's like, it says everything you need to know.
All right, I actually have to go today. Can't
All
stay
right.
around. I'm sorry, but Molly, it was awesome.
J-O-B.
I do. I have a real job. I'll see you guys later. Bye.
All right. Thanks, Veronica.
Bye.
Bye. So yeah, if you need to go, Molly, go whenever you need to.
All right. I'm going to go take a nap.
Yeah. Go rest up.
It's sad but true. CES, you bastard.
It was so good seeing you there, though.
I know. It was awesome to see you, too. I can't believe we didn't get to bum rush the stage.
I know. That was just planning on my part.
Yeah, we were just going to, just storm the stage and take over.
You mean the CNET stage?
Yeah.
Yeah. The stage. That's pretty awesome.
It's like, I'm thinking, wait a minute. The stage.
Perfect time was when Jeff Bakalar was up there interviewing Nick Offerman.
Oh, yeah.
We should have just walked up.
Could have been like, nope. Step aside.
Excuse me.
Stand aside, Bakalar.
I'm sure he would have loved that.
Yeah. All right. Well, this was awesome. I'm really glad it worked out. That was
thanks for doing it. That was great.
Yeah, it was good. All right, we'll do it again soon.
All right, sounds good.
Bye.
Bye. And we're done. I'm still levelating though.
Title pick, I guess. Well, the top right now is Buzz Out Loud.
Yeah, we should just go with that.
Okay. Or do you want Daily Tech Buzz Out Loud?
No, I think we just. I like what Molly was saying. We just go with just it. Oh look, Sebgun. She even showed up in the chat room. Nice. Definitely a throwback day.
Throwback day.
And Jenny Josephson. What are you going to do with the rest of your day, Roger?
Probably do family-related things like cleaning after the kid, or oh man, so much stuff to do in terms of boxing, or not boxing, unboxing and putting things away and setting things up and organizing.
You're still moving in.
I just don't want to do it.
That's why it takes forever to get unpacked, because it's no fun.
Well, it's like I can see why people ditch stuff when they move. Mm-hmm. Oh, we also have to do an East meets West. We missed December.
We did. We missed December. We need to do at least one more, if not two, in January to make up for it.
Yeah. Let me know when a good time.
I've got a little bit of time this week. I'm doing 2 Twin Peaks episodes with Ron, but they're at a time when we wouldn't normally do East meets West anyway. So I think we could do, because you're usually good about like 7, right?
7:30.
Yeah.
Depends. It's been a little later because Ellie gets up around 1:30 or 2 and cries for a while, and it's like,
What about Thursday?
Thursday sounds good. Let me put that in. Oh wait, I'm calling Rena at 4, so I don't know how long that will take.
You're calling who?
Rena?
Oh,
Rena?
yeah.
Rena,
Gotcha.
Rena.
Don't forget we're live.
Yeah, that's left it at that.
Yeah.
So
yeah. So that shouldn't take you till 7:30. I put us in at 7:30 on Thursday.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
Does that work?
Yeah, I'll put that in. You can sell fruit, wine. What was the other one? Not cosmetics. It was selling
garments.
Garments. What is this, like 1920s America?
Yeah.
Although I do remember when the garment district in New York was still like super heavy into that. My cousin would get all her clothes off season for the following year. It would be super cheap. It would be like $5 or $6.
Because they would just want to clear everything out.
Yeah,
right?
for the following season.
I think they're better at inventory management now. You don't see those kinds of deals as often.
Yeah, part of it is supply chains are so global now that what they'll do is they'll shift it to another market or region. That'd be kind of cool. Like, they have smart sewing machines, but I want autonomous smart sewing machines where you just put in the fabric.
Feed in the fabric and the pattern.
Yeah, like this is the pattern, and this, the design, and it just has like little arms that will manipulate it and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm sure in about 10 years' time, when it grows enough intelligence, they'll probably start demanding higher wages.
Yeah. All right, folks, that's it for today's show. Thanks again to Molly Wood for joining us, and of course, Veronica. That was a nice little throwback to 10 years ago. We get any more major tech anniversaries, maybe we'll do that again. We'll talk to you tomorrow.